This is Danny Acosta for Fight Magazine here with pro wrestling legend, The Undertaker. You're here at UFC 121. How'd you feel about tonight's fights, particularly the main event with Brock Lesnar and Cain Velasquez?
Well, I tell you what, it's everything I expected. I didn't think it'd go that way that early, though. I figured Brock would come out, and really push the pace. And I thought he'd be able to overpower Cain and use his strength against him. And I felt like if Cain would make it out of the third, into the third, fourth, fifth rounds, that he was going to have a better shot. Kind of caught me off guard the way it ended up, but it was an action-packed fight. It was really exciting.
Do you feel Brock's impatience hurt him in his performance today?
Maybe a little bit, but you just never know. Sometimes you just have a feeling, and you feel like you need to jump on him, jump on somebody pretty quick. Cain's cardio is second to none. Everybody knows that. So, I'm sure that, Brock wanted to get him out of there, early. I don't think Brock wanted to go in the late few rounds, 4, 5. So, I'm pretty sure, that's probably what he was thinking.
Is Cain Velasquez the baddest man on the planet?
He just beat the baddest man on the planet, right? I guess that makes him the baddest man on the planet.
Where's the Undertaker stand in that scenario?
Well, you know what? Now that's a whole nother, that's a whole nother game, So if I was in the UFC, I'd probably be the baddest man on the planet, wouldn't I?
Absolutely.
I go around calling myself the baddest man on the planet because things like tonight happen, and then you look like you got a little bit of egg on your face.
Jake Shields fought tonight in the co-main event. He got a win. Do you feel he's ready for George St. Pierre and earned that title shot?
I tell you what, I don't know who's ready for George St. Pierre. He's clicking on all cylinders, man. His game is so well rounded. I'm excited to see the Koscheck fight. They've got it hyped up. As if you notice when Koscheck walked in the building tonight, that there was a lot of boos, and boos turned into dollar signs for those two guys, and it should be a great fight. But I tell you what, GSP is, until he gets beat, man, he is the man.
How do you feel about the proposed Bobby Lashley-Batista fight that's happening in Strikeforce?
You know what? It's an attraction. I don't know. I don't know which way to call it. Bobby was doing good. He didn't look too great, his last time out. I guess he was sick or something like that. And, and Batista's just getting started. I think I know Batista's really motivated to fight, but I think I think he should get a couple of fights under his belt, before he steps in there with somebody of Bobby's got a tremendous wrestling background, and wrestling backgrounds, as you know, will carry you a long way, even if you're inexperienced, with your jiu-jitsu or your striking, And I think that might give Bobby the edge, but you never know. You never know what's going to happen. You get in there and start banging, and, the guy with the strongest chin sometimes ends up with his hand up.
You're obviously a huge mixed martial arts fan. You use the variation of the Gogoplata in your pro wrestling performances. Will you ever get involved in MMA? Not so much as a fighter, but trying to be in a promotion or commentating or something like Bill Goldberg did.
Well, I don't know. It's way too late in the game for me to switch over, and I don't know. I kind of enjoy being a fan, but who's to say? Somewhere down the road, I might, I might try and manage a few fighters, but I don't really have any. Once I get out from in front of the camera, I want to be, in behind the cameras. It's I like to be a fan, and nights like tonight, I really had a good time. So, I work all the time, so it's unusual when I get a night off. So,
This is Brock's first loss in a while. How do you feel he'll rebound from this going forward?
I think he showed how he rebounds after he loses a fight. You learn. This is what Brock's sixth fight, something like that. What he's accomplished with 6 fights is remarkable. That goes back to that his incredible strength and his wrestling background. Every loss, it should make you better. You study your films, you study your tape, you figure out what you did wrong, and you work on those things, and you get back in the gym, and you get after it, and you make your corrections. I think Brock will be a better fighter. He was, things happen. Everybody gets caught. So, I figure he'll go back and look at this fight and, make some tweaks to his game plan, and I can't wait to see it again.
WWE legend, Undertaker.
Thank you, man.